Tarik Oguzlu is joining me, a Professor of International Relations at the Istanbul Aydin University, joining me live from Istanbul there. A pleasure to have you on the programme. So we've been hearing lots from President Erdoğan today on his agenda at the NATO summit this week. He said that the country has been waiting 50 years for its accession to the EU. What do you think the chances of some sort of move coming this week or that being achieved, do you think?
I think the point President Erdoğan has underlined is very much important in the context of not only Turkey-EU relationship, but in a larger perspective, Turkey's commitment to the Western international order, Turkey's quality of Turkey's relations with the Western partners as well. As we are fast moving into a kind of post-American multipolar international environment, securing Turkey's cooperation in this particular environment has become much more important and much more vital to Western security interests. So President Erdoğan has been making it very clear that if you want us to approve Swedish membership into NATO, so you have to re-energize the dormant accession process with Turkey, because Turkey has been in the waiting line for the last 30 years, in particular since 2005, when the formal accession negotiations began. So you have to give us something positive so that we will reciprocate in this particular sense. And we should not also forget the fact that the more we talk about transactionalism, the more likely Turkey and the Western international community part from each other. So transactionalism is a concept that might steer Turkey's relationship with the Western international community doesn't hold out any promising feature in the years to come. So we have to re-energize Turkey's EU membership, because the message is that you cannot secure Turkey's cooperation on the cheap. So you have to commit your sincerity to what extent you are keen on the idea that Turkey takes part in the emerging Western club in such a way to counterbalance the rising non-Western powers. So the road to Turkey's inclusion in the emerging Western international community passes through the reactivation of Turkey's EU membership process. So this might be seen as a kind of bargaining process. It is quite normal, but in a general sense, this is a geopolitical move. So President Erdoğan is giving this signal. If you want us in the club.
Do you think Sweden's been doing enough, though? Because we know that Erdoğan has been saying that they've been sheltering these terrorists. Do you think they've been doing enough to persuade Erdoğan otherwise?
It is not an easy question to answer, actually, because President Erdoğan and other high-level Turkish decision makers have underlined the point that Sweden has adopted some laws in recent months, but the more important issue is to prove how they are committed to implement those kind of steps. So we have to wait and see for this kind of developments to take place. But Erdoğan has been underlining the key issue. Terrorism is vital to Turkey's national interests. So we have to see that Sweden is also committed to offer any kind of help to Turkey in this particular sense. And NATO, as a general security alliance, is also serious about dealing with terrorism kind of problems, which Turkey has been suffering from to a significant extent. So dealing with terrorism, defeating terrorism, should become a core function, a core mission of NATO. And this also should be underlined within the communique that will come out in 2 days in Vilnius.
Okay, plenty on the agenda this week at the NATO summit. Thank you so very much indeed. Tarik Oguzlu, a Professor of International Relations at the Istanbul Aydin University, joining me live from Istanbul. Thank you.